Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Huntington Beach. I'm just making breakfast. Come on in. So every morning I make my daughter Chloe breakfast. She loves organic pancakes. Chloe, what are you doing in my truck?
I was hiding from you.
Oh.
No!
Girl. This is my workspace. My name is Jeff Morris. I am a senior software engineer at Couchbase. My major responsibility is maintaining the open source .NET SDK. As a former role as an enterprise architect, I spent a lot of time researching, doing R&D on new and emerging technologies. I started investigating Couchbase, and I liked it a lot. So I started writing blog posts about it. And Couchbase actually came looking to me. They sent me an email and reached out to me. Being so close to the beach, if I have a half hour, I can get my trunks on, run out, go for a quick surf, and be back in the house and make it within 45 minutes. Today I'm going to talk about client connection pooling and Couchbase server. The clients create connections to the server, TCP connections to the server. Each connection they create uses resources on the server. So the fewer connections you use, the better off the server is. So let me show you an example. And this will contrast the difference between connection pooling and multiplexing. On each client instance, you create a pool of connections. So each of these are TCP sockets, and they're going to all connect to a cluster. When the client executes an operation, a thread will be assigned to a connection. The next thread that comes in will get assigned to the next connection. The entire time that the thread is using the connection, it's going to own it. When it's done with it, it'll put the connection back in the pool. As soon as the connection pool is exhausted, all the threads are going to have to wait until a connection is available. So in this case, we have 4 connections times 5 nodes is going to end up with 20 connections. If you have, let's say you have 20 applications running, times 4 times 5 equal to 400 connections. That's quite a bit of connections.
Would anyone run out of connections?
Well, that's a great question, Chloe. Would anyone ever run out of connections?
I don't know.
Some of our competitors' clients, they use connection pooling, and if you have a large number of applications, you can quickly reach the ceiling of what the server can handle. And when that happens, you start running into problems with dropped connections, running out of memory, etc. Now with I/O multiplexing, it's a little different. Instead of getting a single connection and using it for the duration of the operation, multiple threads will use the connection at one time. So in this case, T1, T3, and T events will all be communicating through a single connection for each node in the cluster. Now the benefit here is you use less connections, right? So 1 connection times 5 equal to 5 connections. Now if you multiply this by, let's say, 20 applications, you end up with 20 times 1 times 5 equal to 100. 1/4 of the number of connections needed in a connection pooling example, and you get higher throughput at the same time.